Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I have another update in my Panda palette series, not to confuse with my Project Pan. I have two palettes here and have one single shadow. And it's not that much of an update, however I have a few changes that I will talk about once I get to it. So let's get started. Also, I already know that this video will not be long because I just didn't use a bunch of different shadows or different palettes, so I don't really have that much to talk about. Anyways, let's get started. So I brought this one in, the ABH Norvina palette. The only video I did with this was the swatches, I think. I didn't even do a palette bingo. I'm not really sure. So this is what it looks like in case you haven't seen it. Right, so these are matte and these are shimmer. And I used Dazzling. Just once, all of the eyelid, even underneath, applied with my finger. They're gorgeous shades, but they're very, how should I say, like very soft. You know, like depending on how hard you go in with your brush, it might crumble. But I used it and I love it. It looks absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, other than that, I haven't really used this palette. And I actually had someone comment on the swatch video that for a purple palette, it doesn't have a lot of purple in. And I agree. So you have the Soul one, which is a bluish purple. It's kind of like the packaging. And then you have Celestial, which is a shimmer purple. Then you have maybe Drama, which is a dark purple with some shimmer, if you count that as purple. That's it. If you take those away, it's another neutral eyeshadow palette. I never really had a problem with ABH shadows or the formula. I mean, the shades sometimes was not my thing, okay? But I panned the whole Modern Renaissance palette and I love that one. Gorgeous shades. Towards the end I got a bit sick of it because, you know, I've been using it every single day. But I really like the formula. I know they had some trouble with the Subculture palette that was just a crumbly mess. But so far I had no problem with it. And like I said, I just used that shadow once, but I love it. Okay, so this one I actually used when I did this makeup for the video. The blending shade from Colourpop. It's still here. This is full zip and it broke off. Half of the rim. I don't know how well you can see it. It's still there. Can you believe that the blending shade is the last one standing? I cannot believe this. But it's still there. I'm still using it up. And I think after this one, I don't really have another blending shade in any of my palettes. I mean, there's one in here, yes. But other than that, this is still going strong. This is not empty. It's still there. And it will be used up. Then for the big finale, see already, I don't have that much to talk about. I've seen a 2 palette from Blush Tribe, and this is what it currently looks like. Yay! So I actually did put it on the scale last month, and it was at 136.70 grams, and now it is at 134.63 grams. So 2 grams are out. I had pan on the purple shimmer that, as I wrote down, purple shimmer, which was Monique, and I used it up. Now there is still a bit around the edge, but I'm not gonna put my brush in there and then possibly damage it, as you know. This one as well. There's still a bit left, but I'm not using it up. So I hit pan and used that one up. Then I actually used Ree and Erin as well this month. I don't know how well you can see it, but there is a very nice dip going on in both of them. And I came to the conclusion that neither of those are my shades. They work amazing. I have a Howlers Perform on it, so you can check it here. I will link it in the card here. They look amazing. They are not too patchy, easy to apply, they look good, but they're just not my shades. You know what I mean? Like, I looked at it, it's like, nah, it's not going well with my complexion, with my eye color. It just doesn't look good on me. So I decided to not use those. And I have a cosplay drawer, as you might know, and I tried to depot these, you know, take the pan out. And it was a mess. They're just shadowed. So even though this takes up a lot of space, I will keep these 2 in here. Then once I'm done with the palette, I will put the palette into my cosplay drawer. Long story short, I'm not using these 2 anymore because they're just not there. But I also don't want to get rid of it because they are still nice shades and you can do some cosplay stuff with it. So I even have a little list on the back. Do not use Ree and Erin. Today I'm wearing Mani and Shay. And again, I have a Howlers Perform, so I will link that also here. I said that these 2 are the same shade, just that this one has shimmer and this one not. that will be the easiest makeup look ever, because you can put the matte down and then the shimmer on top. And I did just that, and you don't see the shimmer. At least, not a lot. So I kind of fooled myself there. But yeah, I think I will use Money now all over the eyelid. Maybe have a bit of a shimmer, because I'm currently using the KVD highlighter palette. Maybe use that one in the inner corner. And then once I'm done with that, I will probably go to Shea and try to use that one up. I just want a bit of a difference, because I've been using these two shimmer shades back to back, and I feel like it's time for a matte shadow, just all over the eyelid. But yeah, that was the update. So if you count the actual empty one, and then the two that are empty, but still in my collection, it will bring me down to 119 shadows, which is still so much. But if you look at the grand scheme of it, I started with 142 shadows on January 1st. I will never forget the shock that I had when I counted my shadows and it was 142. That's insane, 142 shadows. So my goals will be do another How Will This Perform. I only have 2 videos left with this palette. Don't get me wrong, I love it, but I also want to try some more palettes out, because I'm not using the palettes that I currently have that I haven't done a How Will This Perform on. You know, like what if I hit pan on a shadow and I cannot document the performance of it? That's how my brain works. It's weird. So yeah, so next will be Grain and Faye. I'm sorry if I butchered these names. So a purple and a blue, and then we have a blue and a green that's left. Because actually, the pigmentation is great. Easy to blend. It looks good. So far it's fun. Don't get me wrong, I also love the nude palettes. The colder shades in the nude palette and the warmer shades. I love it, but I also love some color. Apart from these two, because they're not my color. Anyways. So go will be another video of this. Then finally use this one up. And maybe hit pan on Money. Yeah, I feel like I'm not really giving you much of an update here, but that's the only palette that I'm currently using. There's not a lot to talk about. I was actually very close to, you know, the first How Will This Perform video I've ever done was on the Colourpop Blue Moon palette. There are only 4 shades left out of 9. 2 are matte, 2 are shimmer. Again, the easiest eye look ever, right? I was very close to use that one up, but the blusher palette is the oldest palette that I have in my collection. I also don't want those shadows to expire. It's a mess. It's a very big mess. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up if you did. Let me know how your projects are going. And I'll see you next video.